Hey guys, welcome back to the new session. And today we are actually going to discuss the top 50 strategies on how can you scale your Facebook ads campaign. So my dear students, before I dive in, I would request all of you that please subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed so that you can get future notification updates. Okay? So now first, we will discuss the concept in the document, right? And then we will also do the practical side by side. Yeah. If at all you are managing Facebook ads, right? And you are planning to scale your Facebook ads campaign. So, we are actually going to discuss what are the top 50 strategies with detailed explanation that can actually help to to sale and lead generation campaigns, right? So that can help you to sell, right? So if I want to sell a luxury property in Lonavala, right? I'm just giving an example here, right? So now we are going to discuss those top 50 strategies here. So now, what are those top 50 strategies? We will understand. So what happened is here we have a property worth of 18 crores, okay, and we want to sell this property, okay, yeah. So the ticket size is 18 crores, and this is a 4 BHK villa in Lonavala here. So now the daily budget is what, 20,000 rupees is a daily budget. So now how are you going to set up the campaign and how are you going to scale the campaign? So we will understand that. All right. So let's start. Okay. Yeah. All right. Cool. Open Meta Ads Manager. Okay. I open this link here. Okay. So just hang on for a second and I'll tell you how this works. Okay. So now we are loading our Meta Ads Manager. So what you have to do is you have to click on plus create button over here. Okay. Then we will select the campaign objective. All right. So let's get that started as well. Okay. So you get awareness, traffic, engagement, leads. So we will select yes, leads here. Then click on continue. Okay. So now once I've selected the campaign objective, so what is important here is you have to understand your goal basically, right? The primary objective of running any Facebook ads is either to drive sales or leads. Okay. So for example here we have a Lonavala villa. Okay. So what is the goal here is the goal is to attract potential buyers specifically from Mumbai who are interested in luxury real estate. Okay. So we are defining the buyer persona over here. So your goal is very important. Once your goal is decided, then you need to start with a solid foundation here. Before scaling up, you need to make sure that your ad is performing very well. Okay, so for example, for the luxury villa, we might start with 5,000 rupees daily budget. Okay, initially to gather data, and then what you can do is you can refine the targeting. Okay, so once you have started with the solid foundation, then you have to gradually increase your budget. So what is important here is you have to increase your budget by 20% every 4 to 5 days here. Okay, so for example your initial budget was 5,000 rupees, so you have to increase it to 6,000 rupees after a few days. Okay, so to avoid shocking the Facebook algorithm, so you have to gradually increase the budget, right? Once you have increased the budget, then what is important here is you have to keep on monitoring the learning phase. One important tip which I would like to give to all of you, that you have to avoid making drastic changes to your budget. Okay, so please keep this in mind. Avoid making drastic changes to your budget because this can reset the learning phase here. Okay, so this is important. When your campaign is in learning phase, please do not touch the campaign here. Gradual increases can help to maintain the momentum without you are going to push the ad back into learning. Okay, so this is very important. When you are actually setting up the Facebook ads campaign with the lead objective, so what is very important here is you have to duplicate the winning ad sets. Okay, so this is very important. Okay, when your campaign goes live, first thing first is you have to keep on testing the campaign till the time you get the winning combination. Okay, this is very important. Now for example, if a particular ad set is performing very well, so what you have to do is you have to duplicate it and then test it with the higher budget. Okay, so for example, for the luxury villa, you could duplicate the best performing ad set and increase the budget to 10,000 rupees to test its scalability. So important part is you have to duplicate the winning ad sets here. Okay, so you have to keep your original ad same. Okay, when your campaign is live, and just keep on duplicating the winning ad sets. Okay, once that is done, then you have to test different variations of ad creators. Okay, you have to create different versions of your winning ads. Okay, with slight changes in creators and your ad copy. So for example, for the luxury villa, you could test various ad headlines emphasizing different aspects like luxury living or exclusive location. This is very important. And then the next pointer is very crucial. You have to avoid ad fatigue. You have to regularly update your ad creators to prevent user from seeing the same content repeatedly. Okay, very important, regularly update your ad creators. Okay, so your ad creative has to be new. Okay, because you user cannot see the same content consistently, right? If user are actually going to see the same content consistently, this is going to reduce the engagement. Okay, and that's why, you know, you have to rotate images of the villa, sometimes interior, exterior and amenities. Okay, then horizontal scaling. Now there are two categories of scaling here. One is vertical scaling and another is horizontal scaling. So for now we are going to discuss about horizontal scaling. What is important here is you have to expand your target audience by exploring new interests, demographics or age groups. Okay, so for example, let's say you initially targeted high income individuals in Mumbai. This could broaden this to include business owners and CEOs. Okay, so we have discussed till point number 8. Now let's get back to the practicals as well. Yeah, all right, so now let's move forward and do the practicals. Okay, so what I do is, first thing first, now let's start the practicals. Now if I choose the campaign setup here, so what I do is I click on recommended settings, then I click on continue. Okay, okay, now what I do is, you have to define a campaign name. Let's say you say 4 BHK luxury villa in Lonavala over here. Okay, then I define the campaign name here. As we discussed in the previous session, your advantage campaign budget should be on. Yeah, then you have to define your daily budget. Okay, so that's 3,000 rupees here. We'll keep it here as, or we can say 20,000 rupees. For example, 20,000 rupees is a daily budget. Okay, so once you have the daily budget of 20,000 rupees, okay, then what is important here is, okay, you have to define your campaign bid strategy. So now ideally there are different options when it comes to campaign bid strategy here, right? Okay, so but for now you have to select it as highest volume here. Okay, so you have to select this as highest volume. Then once your ad goes live, you need to understand what is the peak time your audience is going to be active, and then you have to define the peak time. But when you're initially starting out, make sure that you have to run ads all the time here. Okay, once this is done, then what is important here is you have to do the A/B testing of your ads here. Okay, so I suggest that A/B testing is very important, because till the time you will not do A/B testing, you are not going to get the winning combination. All right, so this is very important, that A/B testing is important. So we'll be doing the A/B testing as well. Okay, then you have to click on next year. Okay, so 1 second. Yeah. So now I go back to the document here. So we discussed till horizontal scaling here, right? Then once we have set up the horizontal scaling, okay, so what is important here is you have to leverage lookalike audiences. So what do you mean by lookalike audiences here? You can utilize lookalike audiences based on your existing customers or engaged users. So what is going to happen is Facebook algorithm will actually find similar users who are actually interested in your luxury villa. Okay, so you have to leverage lookalike audiences here. Okay, so this is very important. Once you have done with lookalike audiences, the most important part for increasing conversions with Facebook ads campaign is retargeting campaigns. So retargeting is very important. If you are starting up with retargeting campaigns here, the most important pointer is first you have to set up your Facebook pixel here. Okay, you need to install the Facebook pixel. The pixel code has to be integrated in your landing page. So now let's talk about retargeting. So now what is important here is you have to retarget those users who have engaged with your ads or visited your website. Okay, let's say for example for luxury villa we could show a retargeting ad featuring a virtual tour to those who viewed the initial ad but they did not convert. So retargeting campaigns is going to help you to increase the conversions. So when it comes to Facebook ads, it's retargeting campaigns, and when it comes to Google search ads, it is remarketing campaigns here, right? And then once you have set up your retargeting campaigns, you have to segment your audience. So you have to break audiences into different sizes, right? So okay, when you break audiences into different sizes, okay, you need to make sure that you have to set up into smaller segments to tailor ads more effectively. For example, you can segment by location, okay, then interest in luxury goods or past interaction with real estate content here. Okay, so now I hope I'm pretty clear on this. Okay, so if you have any questions, any doubts, you can please ask me. I would be happy to help all of you. Any questions, any doubts, please ask. I'm there to answer. Okay, now let's move forward to the campaigns here. Okay, so what I do is I scroll down here. Okay, so when it comes to budgets, we have defined the start date. Okay, then you can define your end date here. So all right, so now what I do is I set an end date here. So let's say for example till 30th September we are going to run the ads here, right? Okay, so once you do this, okay, so now what I do here is you have to also define your audience control, then you define your locations here. Okay, all right, so guys, I am sorry to keep you waiting for a second. Just you have to give me 2 minutes, I'll be back. Okay, so just give me a second please. All right, so 1 second, I have to do some settings in the campaign as well. Okay, all right, so now what I do is, okay, locations I define here. Okay, so here it is, I defined it here as Mumbai, Lonavala. Okay, so I defined the locations here. Okay, so my audience is pretty much defined here. Okay, so as we have discussed about advantage plus audiences, what happens is your ad technology will automatically sync advantage plus audience here. So in that case, if you share an audience suggestion, so what will happen is the Facebook algorithm will prioritize audiences matching this profile before giving a search more widely, right? So this is very important, my dear students. I hope I'm pretty clear on this. Now let's go back to the document over here. Right, so we discussed about retargeting, we discussed about segmenting your audiences as well. Now what is important here is you have to use video ads. Guys, if you are running Facebook ads campaign, okay, so you have to make sure that you are using video ads. Video ads can capture more attention and convey more information. Okay, so for example, a video which is showcasing the villa including a walkthrough of the property could be very effective. So video ad works wonders. So this is one in Facebook ads, and the next pointer is carousel ads. Okay, carousel ads for the multiple features. You have to use carousel ads to highlight different features of the villa. Okay, it could be swimming pool or garden or panoramic views, allowing users to swipe through. This is one. Then you have to make sure that you have to optimize for mobile. You have to ensure that your ads are optimized for mobile users, as significant portion of traffic comes from mobile devices. So always make sure that your ads are optimized for mobile. Okay, high quality images and concise text are the key to mobile ads. Okay, the next pointer is you have to utilize Facebook automated rules here. So what is important is you have to set automated rules to control your budget and bidding. Okay, for example, you could pause an ad if the cost per lead is exceeding a certain threshold. Okay, so this is important that you have to apply. Then you have to also implement dynamic creative testing. So now you might be wondering, what is dynamic creative testing here? You can use Facebook dynamic creative feature to automatically test different combinations of images, headlines, and call to action. And once you implement this, then you can experiment with different ad placements here. So this is important, my dear students. You have to test different ad placements. It could be on Instagram or Messenger or audience network to see where your ads are performing the best, right? So as we discussed in the campaign, A/B testing is very important. You have to continuously keep A/B test your ad to see which version drives the most engagement and conversion. For example, you have to test two different ad copies highlighting the villa exclusively. Once you have done with your A/B testing, you have to leverage UGC. What is UGC? It's called as user generated content. You have to encourage users to share their experiences with your brand. For the luxury villa, you could feature testimonial from the past buyers of similar properties here, right? So what is important is, first is you have to go live, get the winning combination, and then you have to scale your Facebook ads. Okay, I hope I'm pretty clear on this. Yeah, so we have covered till point number 19 here. Do you have any questions, any doubts? You can please ask me in the comments. I would be happy to help all of you. Yeah, any questions, any doubts? You can please ask. Okay, so let's move forward here. Okay, so now see, as I have told you about the placements here, right? So for example, this asset is using advantage placement. So what is this is going to help? Your ads are shown in more places to increase in number of people who can see your ad, and this can help you to get more results. So what you have to do is you just have to click on show more options here. Okay, so just click on show more options. It comes like brand safety and suitability. Okay, so here in advantage placements, the algorithm is going to do the job for you. Yeah, okay, clear everyone? Then once you have done with this, click on next here. Okay, so I click on next. All right, okay, so now what is important here is, first thing first. Okay, so I scroll up here. Okay, yeah, so now this is very important, my dear students. Okay, so first thing is you have to select your Facebook page. Then you have to connect your Instagram account with your Facebook page. Then you have to do the ad setup. So I am not going to show the same thing, regarding the setup of the ads, because we have already done this in previous session. So set up your ad creative here. Okay, so I have explained the most important pointers of ad creatives. I have shown you the ChatGPT prompts and how you can use ad creative as well. Okay, then you have to create the form. You have to set up the instant form. Okay, and then you have to create a privacy policy URL as well, and then select your campaign. Then what is important here is you have to actually set up the pixel, do the tracking. Okay, then just click on publish your campaign here. But the pointers which are specified in this document are very important, my dear students. So because these pointers are actually going to help you to increase the conversion. Okay, so now the next pointer which we are going to discuss is targeting the competitors audiences. So what do you mean by this? You have to target those users who have shown interest in competitors properties or luxury real estate platforms here. So this is important, so please keep this in mind. Then what is important here is you have to use compelling CTAs here. Okay, a strong call to action can significantly impact conversions here. For luxury villa, it could say the CTA could be book a private viewing today. This could drive more inquiries. Okay, then you have to schedule your ad for peak times, which you have already discussed here. Okay, so you have to run your ads during those times when your target audience is most active online. For high income individuals, actually evenings or weekends might be more effective. So this is our experience that users are generally active in the evenings. Okay, somebody who is looking for the property, right? Okay, so after the working hours they will browse for the property. So evening hours are most active hours when you are actually setting up the Facebook lead generation campaign here. Then the most important pointer here is you have to optimize your landing page. Ensure that your landing page is optimized for conversion with fast loading time, mobile optimization, and clear information about the villa. Okay, but one crucial pointer here is you have to incorporate social proof. You have to highlight the number of inquiries or interest received so far. Okay, to create a sense of urgency and FOMO. What is FOMO? In marketing, FOMO is very important, my dear students. It's called as fear of missing out. So what you can do is you can show a screenshot of inquiries received in your ads so that user will definitely understand that yes, this is a very demanding property, and definitely, if we delay, if we procrastinate, we might miss out the opportunity here. Okay, so this is very important. We always have to use FOMO. Okay, then you have to focus on high quality visuals here. You have to use professional images and videos that showcase the luxury and exclusivity of the villa. Okay, this is of utmost importance here. Then you have to offer limited time incentives. You have to create urgency by offering limited time incentives. Okay, so what are those incentives, like discounts or registration or a free consultation? Okay, then you can target high intent audiences. Okay, so this is very important here. You have to focus on those audiences who are more likely to be in the market for a luxury villa, such as those interested in high end travel, luxury cars, or real estate investments here. Okay, then you have to optimize for conversion events here. Okay, so instead of optimizing for clicks, so guys, keep this pointer in mind. If you are optimizing a campaign for clicks, you have to make sure that you optimize a campaign for conversion events like lead form submissions. So you have to optimize your campaign for conversion events for lead form submission. So this is actually going to help you to increase the conversion for your Facebook ads here, right? I hope I'm pretty clear on this. We discuss about the conversion events, then you have to use long form ad copy. So in some situations a detailed ad copy can work better. For instance, you could try a story based ad highlighting the villa lifestyle appeal. This might resonate more with your audiences. Then you can test different ad formats, so this is important here. You have to explore various ad format. It could be a slideshow ad, a collection ad, or instant experiences to engage users differently. Okay, then you can emphasize USPs. Okay, what are those USPs here is you can clearly highlight what sets the villa apart from others, such as the exclusive location, architecture, or amenities. Okay, so I hope I'm pretty clear on this. Do you have any questions? You can please ask me in the comments. I would be happy to help all of you. Any questions, any doubts, you can please ask me. Okay, because these are the most important pointers I'm discussing with all of you. Okay, so let's get that started here. Okay, so we have discussed about emphasizing the USPs here, unique selling points here, right? Okay, then What is important here is you also have to leverage influencers partnership. You have to collaborate with influencers in the luxury space who can actually promote your villa to their followers. So influencer collab is definitely going to be of great help. Okay, then you can also use geo targeting. You have to focus your ads on specific areas where your potential buyers are more likely to be located, okay, such as affluent neighborhoods in Mumbai. So geo targeting is important. Okay, in Mumbai, which location? It could be Bandra, it could be Navi Mumbai, it could be Andheri. You have to use geo targeting. Then you have to run time sensitive campaigns here. You have to create ads that align with current events or season. For instances, you can market the villa as a perfect holiday home during the festive seasons. So I'm just giving you a real time example. And once that is done, you can integrate the CRM data. You can use your CRM data to create custom audiences or lookalike audiences on Facebook. Your CRM data is going to be of great help. And then you have to test manual bidding. If automated bidding is not giving you the desired results, you have to experiment with manual bidding to control your cost in a much efficient way. Once you have done this, then you have to retarget by engagement level. So what do you mean by this? You have to retarget those users, okay, on how they have interacted with your previous ads, such as your video views or clicks. Okay, so keep this pointer in mind. Then you can use lead ads for direct inquiries. So the campaign objective is lead, so you can use a lead generation campaign objective for direct lead here. So Facebook lead ad can simplify the process for potential buyers to inquire about the luxury villa to this particular ad here, right? Then one more tip which I would like to share with all of you is you can promote testimonial and reviews. So guys, keep this pointer in mind. When you are doing a Facebook lead generation ad campaign, what is important here is your ad creative, your messaging, okay, then your caption. This is important here. In your ad creative, you can promote testimonials and reviews. So for example, you could feature testimonial from the satisfied customers or review of the villa to build trust. See, if few people talk good things about your product or service, definitely that automatically builds a trust here, right? So this is important. Then you have to create a sense of exclusivity. You can do this by the positioning of a villa as an exclusive opportunity that is only available to the selected few. Okay, so you have to create a sense of exclusivity that yeah, this villa is highly exclusive here. Okay, then you have to highlight the investment potential. So how can you do this? Basically, you have to emphasize the villa's potential as a lucrative investment opportunity in the booming Lonavala real estate market here. Okay, so keep this in mind. Then you can use contextual targeting. You can target those users who have recently searched or interacted with the real estate content online. Okay, and then important point which is always easy to implement is you have to create custom audiences from website traffic. You have to retarget those users who have visited your website or specific pages related to the luxury villa. Okay, and then you have to employ the Facebook pixel. Okay, pixel is important to track conversion and retarget users who have shown interest in the villa. Okay, now the pointer which I'm going to discuss here is you have to promote behind the scene content. You have to share content that offers a behind the scene look of the villa or the construction process to build trust. Okay, then ad rotation is important. You have to rotate different ad creatives and format to keep the campaign fresh and engaging. As we discussed previously, you have to test different headlines here because headlines are critical for grabbing attention here. You have to test various headlines to see which resonates most with your audiences. And then in marketing and sales, a most important thing is you have to employ scarcity tactics here. You have to highlight that this only one villa is available. Okay, just one property is available to create a sense of urgency among the potential buyers. If you create urgency, that will lead to a sale. It will help you to increase revenue for your business here. Okay, and then once you employ the scarcity tactics, you have to use Facebook Creative Hub. Okay, so why you have to use Facebook Creative Hub? You can use Facebook Creative Hub to mock up and preview your ads before launching them live. And once you have implemented all the steps, you have to regularly review and optimize your campaigns here. Continuously review your ad performance and make necessary adjustments to ensure that you are maximizing your ROI. So, my dear students, if you are applying all these strategies, you can effectively scale your Facebook ads campaign, reaching the right audience, and you can drive significant leads for high ticket items like luxury villa in Lonavala. And then you can start making money because you love money, money loves you, right? So, now, my dear students, let's get started by optimizing your campaign and achieve your marketing goals. Okay, so with this I end my today's session. If you have any questions, any doubts, I'm happy to help all of you. So in this session today, we have understood the advanced strategies for your Facebook ads campaign. Okay, and in the next session we will definitely do more practicals as well. All right, thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.